What's up, race fans? It's Radio Orton Fan 2011, and it is time to start the Budweiser Shootout of Season 3 of the PORWC Pepsi Cup Series. We're here at Daytona here once again, and we are ready to go racing. So this will be the race that will determine the front row in the Daytona 500. Remember, the top two finishers in this race will go on to the Daytona 500, and the Bud Shootout winner, if eligible, will be also allowed into the All-Star race. That is if he is actually already qualified for it or not. There are a bunch of drivers here who already have qualified. So if one of those drivers wins the race, he's already in the shootout. The All-Star race, my bad. But drivers such as Wolfgang Mason, Joseph Lombard, Stephen Whitman, and a bunch of other drivers, they want to get into that All-Star race, so we'll see what happens. I'm just going to go through the starting lineup because there's only 24 cars. James Cole will be starting on the pole alongside Wolfgang Mason. Guess who this is, guys? It's Sean Henley. Yes, we were finally able to settle our differences and we're friends again, so Sean Henley has returned to the PORWC Pepsi Cup Series, and he will take over the 33 car originally made by Aaron Williams. So he'll be starting alongside his good buddy Trent Dunham in the 4th position. Row 3 is Joseph Lombard and Stephen Whitman, who was one of the drivers who got in via the Last Chance qualifier, as well as Ricky Hawk, who actually won the Last Chance qualifier. He will start alongside Charles Jackson. Rounding out the top 10 are Lyndon Wright, who was actually the last driver to make it via the LCQ, and Zohar Manood, also made it via the LCQ. Then Red Bell and Barney Ward, row 6. Then we got Seth Cole, Tony Blazer, row 7. Row 8 has James McLeod and Sean Galligan. Row 9, Michael Norman, our last year's Rookie of the Year, and Ryan Richards. Back in row 10, we have Liam Ervig and Danny Wells. Row 11 has the Dylans, Dylan Young and our defending PORWC Pepsi Cup Series champion, Dylan Poteet. And the final row has Justin Perry and Emilio Navarrete. And we are ready to go racing here at Daytona. 10 laps will determine which two drivers will start on the front row for the Daytona 500. Again, you're going to see speeds really high in this track because this is the PORWC. You're going to see speeds probably reach around 250, but you just got to get used to that, seeing that on all the super speedways on the schedule in the PORWC series. 100,000 plus have come over here to see the Budweiser Shootout as the pace car makes a left turn to pit road. 10 laps will determine the front row. Green flag is out. We are underway here at Daytona. Now it's a matter of which line everyone is going to choose because that could be the factor. That could be the beneficial factor in determining the outcome of this race. We see Joseph Lombard looking to the inside of Sean Henley for what I can probably say is the 3rd position. Sean Henley, Wolfgang Mason, Joseph Lombard making it 3 wide. Oh, Trent Dunham in the wall. Stephen Whitman's around. Yellow flag is out. Oh, man. Look out. Seth Cole got a piece of it. Dylan Poteet, he's around. Justin Perry's around. Tony Blazer's around. And Danny Wells, oh, hard hit. James McLeod into Dylan Poteet. Yellow flag is out just like that. And it was James Qualls who beat the field to the line. Boy, a lot of cars got involved in that. Charles Jackson, Tony Blazer, Michael Norman's in the garage, Dylan Poteet, James McLeod, Justin Perry. Stephen Whitman was the first guy who spun out, so boy, a hell of a lot of drivers got involved in that. And that was coming off turn 4. And it was, again, a lot of drivers just pretty much impatient, to say the least, but we'll take a look. We'll put us under the caution for the first time in this race. Stay tuned. Here's a look. We'll put us under the caution for the first time in this race. And you see here Stephen Whitman and Trent Dunham. Stephen Whitman's going to force Trent Dunham up the racetrack, and Trent Dunham's going to bounce off the wall. Oh, wait, there was something else. Seth Cole got really loose. That's what turned around Stephen Whitman. Seth Cole got loose coming off turn 4, and then what you saw right behind him, Michael Norman went up the racetrack and he hit Zohar Manood and then Charles Jackson in the process. And right around here you see James McLeod, Barney Ward get in the picture as well. And then here, Tony Blazer, Justin Perry, they're going to get involved as well. You can see if what other cars got involved. Oh, man. Charles Jackson flipped over. Charles Jackson was upside down. See if there were a bunch of other drivers there, because right around here you saw Barney Ward and, oh, right, Justin Perry, Emilio Navrick's going to get a piece of it. Right there, Dylan Poteet, the defending champ, is involved. Charles Jackson flips over. James McLeod, and right around you saw Tony Blazer. Seth Cole got a piece of that one. Defending champ will hit the wall. He's going to hit Justin Perry. Oh, man, look how close Danny Wells was. But then right here, James McLeod just going to give a nice shot to the defending champ. Not the way the defending champ wanted to start Season 3, but it's a non-points race. But now that might very likely force him into the Gatorade Duels. Let's rewind you from the race to the start-finish line. As you saw the wreck happening behind him, let's see what happens here. James Qualls clearly was the leader at this point. It was a battle for second between Joseph Lombard and Sean Henley. You saw Ricky Hawk also in the picture. Take a look from this frame by frame. It's James Qualls, Joseph Lombard, Sean Henley third, Ricky Hawk fourth, Wolfgang Mason rounding out the top 5. We didn't even get one full lap into this race, and already we got a wreck. That just shows the emotion of Daytona right there for you. But we'll see. We'll probably come around with 5 laps to go, and we'll see if we can get a full green flag run to the finish. But it seems very unlikely considering the kind of racing that we're having. So stay tuned. We'll be back to green flag racing right after this. We're back. Pace cars giving us the one to go. Let's give a top 10 rundown. It's James Qualls, Joseph Lombard, Sean Henley, Ricky Hawk, Wolfgang Mason. That's your top 5. Lyndon Wright is 6th, Red Bell 7th, Trent Dunham 8th, Liam Ervig 9th, and Dylan Young rounds out your top 10. 9 cars have DNF from the race. Michael Norman, Tony Blazer, Charles Jackson, James McLeod, Dylan Poteet, Justin Perry, Barney Ward, Stephen Whitman, and Seth Cole. So we're down to 15 drivers now as we come around with 5 to go. At this point, if the yellow flag does come out, then the race is over. Because we are inside 5 to go, the yellow flag does come out, the race would be over. Green flag is back in the air, 5 to go now. Sean Henley got a nice jump on the restart. He's going to go to the inside of Joseph Lombard for the second position. And right there, don't count on other drivers such as Lyndon Wright or Red Bell. They could play a factor in this one too. We are down to 15 drivers. Sean Henley taking over the second position, as you can see right there, trying to take advantage of that inside line. But you see everyone's running side by side. That's gonna temporarily make James Qualls a happy camper right now at this point. Oh, they hit the wall. It was Joseph Lombard who hit the wall, but they save it. Come around with 4 laps to go. Yellow flag still not out. Now it's Wolfgang Mason. The Wolfgang Mason is coming into the picture now. The Englishman Wolfgang Mason to the inside of James Qualls for the lead, getting help from Red Bell. Can the Englishman Wolfgang Mason take over the lead? There's a car of 3-car line on the outside line, but the outside line does not quite work here. And it's Wolfgang Mason taking over the lead with 3 to go now. 3 to go in the Budweiser Shootout. Red Bell is right behind him in second. James Qualls has fallen back to the 3rd position. And now Sean Henley battling Dylan Young for 4th. But Dylan Young's going to take it easily. That inside line is really helping out a lot of these drivers. And who knows who could win this this Budweiser Shootout. Dylan Young looking to the inside of Red Bell for the 2nd position. Dylan Young's got the inside advantage. He will take over second. Now he's got Wolfgang Mason right in front of him. We're going to come around with 2 to go now. 2 laps to go to determine who will be in the front row for the Budweiser Shootout as Dylan Young takes over the lead. But here comes another Englishman, Sean Galligan. Sean Galligan is back in this one. He has taken over the lead. Oh, Henley. Sean Henley went into the apron. Somehow he saved it. But now Liam Ervig. Will he help out his Richard Childress teammate Sean Galligan? Will he push Sean Galligan to the lead, or will he help his alter ego Ricky Hawk? Oh, Dylan Young bounced off the wall. You're going to take the white flag. 1 to go. The yellow flag is not out, so we are having a full run to the finish. Sean Galligan. Now it's a matter of crisis for Liam Ervik here. Will he help out his teammate Sean Galligan, or will he try to help out his alter ego Ricky Hawk? But here comes Lyndon Wright. Where the hell did he come from? Lyndon Wright, out of nowhere. He's got the inside advantage. He's looking for the lead, but there comes Sean Henley now. Sean Henley looking to return with a bang here in the PORWC Pepsi Cup Series. Here they come off turn 4. Here they come off turn 4. And it's going to be Lyndon Wright who takes home the win. Sean Henley will be starting on the front row as well. Out of nowhere, Lyndon Wright wins the Budweiser Shootout. And what a return for Sean Henley. He comes up second. He will also start on the front row. A great debut by Lyndon Wright. A great debut for Lyndon Wright. He will start on the pole for the Budweiser Shootout. Sean Henley will be starting second. Tough break for Sean Galligan. He'll have to go through the Gatorade Duels. Dylan Young also Dylan Young and Trent Dunham really had some good runs towards the end, but they couldn't get to the front 2 in time. And boy, you gotta feel for James Qualls there. He literally had the win in the bag, but he got stuck on that outside line, and he'll have to sell for 9th. And that is not good enough for him to get into the front row for the Budweiser Shootout. So unfortunately, James Qualls will have to go through the qualifying races, but Lyndon Wright and Sean Henley will make up your front row in the Budweiser Shootout. And now we take you to your official race results. That's a look at your official race results. Congratulations to Lyndon Wright. He wins the Budweiser Shootout. Sean Henley, a great return for him. He'll be starting on the front row alongside Lyndon Wright. Everybody else here, all the other 22 drivers in this field will have to go through the Gatorade Duels. Sean Galligan, Ricky Hawk, Trent Dunham, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. 6th through 10th now, Liam Ervik, Dylan Young, Red Bell, James Qualls, and Joseph Lombard. 5 other cars finished the race outside the top 10. Wolfgang Mason, Ryan Richards, Danny Wells, Zohar Manoud, and Emilio Navarrete. 9 other cars have DNF from the race. Seth Cole, Stephen Whitman, Barney Ward, Justin Perry, defending champ Dylan Poteet, James McLeod, Charles Jackson, Tony Blazer, and Michael Norman. So we're off to a fast start here in the Pepsi Cup Series, and it looks like it's going to be a great Daytona 500 to say the least. And Lyndon Wright will be starting on the pole. He'll start with Sean Henley on his outside. Everybody else will have to go through the Gatorade Duels, and there will be a random draw to determine where they will be starting, either on the inside or the outside. We'll actually consider this. It's going to be done like this. Well, actually, I don't think so. Well, I'll just do a random draw for it anyway. So make sure you stay tuned for the Gatorade Duels later on in this week to determine where everyone will start for the Daytona 500 in the PORWC Pepsi Cup Series. So, one more time, congratulations to Lyndon Wright. Lyndon Wright will be starting on the pole. Sean Henley will be starting second in the Daytona 500. This has been Randy Orton Fan 2011, signing off. This race has been brought to you by Pepsi Next. Crisp, refreshing, amazing Pepsi Next. I'm out.